Welcome to our facility. This is an MSHA inspected site. While you are here, whether you are a visitor, vendor, or contractor, our #1 priority is your safety. The purpose of this video is to alert you to the potential hazards present at this site, as well as the safety rules we have put into place for your protection. Your compliance with these rules is mandatory. The most important thing you will do today is return home safe. Cemex promotes a drug-free workplace. Refusal to submit to a test or testing positive can result in the immediate and permanent dismissal from the plant. No weapons or firearms are permitted on site property. Contractor parking is located in the north lot near the old Schwerman building. No contractors are permitted to use the main parking lot. Based on the reason for your visit, your work area, and tasks being performed must comply with Cemex's personal protective equipment, or PPE. Hard hats, safety glasses, and hard-toed boots are a part of our minimum protective requirements. Additional PPE may be hearing protection, fall protection, respiratory protection, and reflective wear. There will be signs posted throughout the facility reminding you of the PPE you need to wear. Obey all posted speed limit signs and never exceed those speeds while on our property. Speed limits are strictly enforced. A variety of mobile equipment is used in our production and completion processes. At this site, you will see cement tankers being loaded and hauling Portland cement. Front-end loaders will move raw materials throughout the plant. Bulldozers will work around stockpiles. Haul trucks will load and transport material to specified storage areas and dumping locations. All mobile equipment may turn, stop, and travel in reverse without warning. These vehicles always have the right of way. Traffic patterns of mobile equipment will vary at different points within the plant. Always be aware of and obey changing traffic pattern signs. When parking a vehicle, no matter what type of vehicle you are operating, it is a requirement to chock at least one tire and sound your horn prior to putting it in gear. Many different types of moving machinery are used to process and finish our products. Be aware of conveyor belts moving material throughout the plant. Rollers, as well as head and tail pulleys along those belts, pose serious hazards. Energy sources, such as high and low voltage power, must be identified. You may only work in these areas if you are trained and qualified to do so. Equipment inspection and repair may occur anytime, night or day. All energy sources, whether electrical, hydraulic, pneumatic, or gravity, must be identified, locked out, and tagged out, and then tested to be non-operational before guards may be removed and repairs made. While customer trucks are being loaded, the driver must remain in the cab and follow all instructions from the shipping operator. The cleaning of excess materials must be conducted in designated safe areas. Drivers must wear all required PPE while out of their trucks in safe areas. There are a number of different types of confined spaces at this facility. Entry is prohibited unless approved by Cemex's management. Approval for work in these areas will not be given until appropriate training, monitoring of rescue equipment, and proper PPE requirements are reviewed. While at work, you may encounter certain areas that contain fall hazards. These areas will either be equipped with proper guardrail systems, or you will be required to wear personal fall protection, including a full body harness. Prior to entering any elevator, be sure to visually confirm the elevator car is at the landing. Verify this by looking at the light indicator and/or shining a flashlight through the elevator window. Never force or pry open the door at any time. Never enter an elevator before you have completed your visual confirmation. If at any point you get stuck in an elevator, follow all entrapment procedures that are posted inside the elevator car. Loading and transporting material by river barge takes place at this site. Always stay a safe distance from the water's edge unless absolutely necessary. If you're required to work in any area in which you might fall into the water, you must wear a personal flotation device. Limit fire hazards by obeying all no smoking signs and warnings. Never smoke in areas with fuels, combustible hazards, chemicals, or solvents. Weld, cut, and burn only if qualified to do so. Set up welding shields as required and always wear proper PPE during this work. There are procedures for all employees and contractors to follow in the event of an accidental release of oil products. The immediate objective of quick spill response is to contain the spill in the smallest possible area, prevent ignition of the released material, and recover and properly dispose of the spill materials. Upon generating or discovering a spill, you must comply with the following steps. Call or radio in the spill location and estimate the quantity to the control room immediately. If the spill is actively leaking or being released, immediately control the leak if safe to do so. An outside spill must be contained immediately using clay, clinker, or limestone. Berm the area or use blue and white absorbent booms and pads if the spill is near a waterway. Always protect waterways first, including stormwater ditches and culverts. An inside spill must be contained using the gray absorbent socks and pads. Absorbent materials can be found in the oil storage building, located west of the railroad tracks and south of the cement silos, or in spill cleanup cabinets throughout the plant. Once the spill has been managed, dispose of all used absorbent materials using steel black 55-gallon drums, which can be found behind the used oil storage shed situated between the west side of the railroad tracks and clinker storage. If the drums are used, first, wipe down the drums to remove any oil from outside. Next, immediately and correctly label drums based on contents. Finally, close the drum tightly and transport it to the oil storage building. Cemex will identify the location of safety data sheets and the specifics of our labeling system. If you transport and/or use hazardous substances on our property, please provide the proper SDS to management. All personnel requiring SDS must be trained in the HAZCOM standard. Your pre-visit training has included a review of Cemex's site-specific hazard training and recognition checklist, an assessment of a site directional map of our facility, and a review of the location of our emergency assembly areas. If required, an employee of the facility will provide you with a tour of the various areas where you will be working. Your designated work area is the only area in which you are trained and permitted to enter. Emergency procedures and telephone numbers are posted at designated points around the plant. In the event of an emergency, please notify management to ensure proper action is taken. Cemex thanks you for your commitment to safety excellence while on our property. The protection of all our employees, visitors, customers, contractors, and others will ensure the continued success of our plant's operations.
Hey.
How was your day?
It was a great day, son. Everyone went home safe.